Hello. Now, when one thinks about the argument of the duality between quantity over quality, oftentimes it's thinking about weighing them of which one is more important. And I'm pretty sure it's on a case-by-case basis, but overall, they both seem kind of important. Whenever you're trying to, think about it in an artistic way, like me, of whether the volume of what you produce or the another word for quality of what you produce is more important, the key thing to remember is that you cannot have one without the other. Because if you only ever try and pursue quality, you'll never achieve something of quality works because you won't have the ability to make more than one. You can't improve. And if your goal is quantity, you'll also never improve because you'll be more focused on making something another thing than you are on trying to focus on quality. And so it's finding the balance between those two aspects. Whenever you are working towards quality, it takes more presence of understanding what you are making and what aspects of that judge its quality. You have to reflect on what you have made previously, ergo quantity, in order to make improvements, ergo quality. So, I've kind of broken down the argument of quantity versus quality in a, you cannot have one without the other, right? And whenever you are beginning to make something, most people say, yeah, just make something, dude. It's gonna be poopy, but you need to make it so that you have something to work with, something to improve upon. And that's where the refining and the quality aspect comes into it. At the beginning of most artists' career, I'd imagine they're probably 3 drawing with crayons or something on the wall, and that is kind of their beginning. You don't actually, start there. You start whenever you can actually make, tangible thoughts, of course. But let's say you're I don't know, a fresh liberal arts college student, and you want to start your career in whatever it may be. Just start making stuff. That's the first fun part, is that you can just make whatever. As long as it's not for a job. If it's purely personal, you can create whatever you like with whatever tools you have available to you. And I feel like people oftentimes aren't creating stuff, they spend more time consuming than they do creating. Which, there's a balance to be made, hopefully, and maybe their job requires some creating. And I'm pretty sure that, all people have creative aspects within them. I feel like just having consciousness in general allows for creativity, because you're just putting thoughts together that, no other being, no other construct has your arrangement of thoughts and feelings and memories and ideas. So that means you have the capability of creating something, whatever that may be. And I'd urge you to just create something that you would like to have in existence, or if you're thinking of a more technical route, then you could try and master the techniques of old in order to add them to your arsenal. Because it doesn't really matter what medium you're working with. And working with a plethora of mediums is actually more beneficial because it allows more perspectives on whatever art you're trying to make. But you just have to start with anything, something. It doesn't matter what it is, just make something. It can be real, it can be digital, it cannot be within the confines of your own mind. If you want something, you have to get it out there. You can't just let all of your ideas swell into your brain. You gotta put them out, You gotta extract all that juicy brain ideage and put it to something. Throw it on something. Give it a medium. Give it existence. Create something. That's all I'm telling you to do. Anyways, toodles.